I love animation, and one thing that I don't like though is when people label animation as for kids. They'll see an animated movie or an animated show and think it's just for kids. They are obviously very close-minded, because it seems like really you only get two types of animation in most people's eyes. Childish animation for children and kids, and then you get like adult oriented animation, which is Family Guy and South Park, where it's just rude humor and swearing and saying crude stuff, and you never get really an in between. And I don't think that's true. And I think that there are shows that demonstrate this amazingly. Shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender, or Gravity Falls, or Young Justice. Those three shows all perfectly demonstrate, an animated show that can appeal to both children and to adults, and they both, all three of them, they do so excellently. And I'm not going to be talking about them though. There's another show that I think does that amazingly, where you can enjoy it as a kid, you can enjoy it as an adult, you can enjoy it as anyone. It has story beats that are very dark and it's very dark and sort of depressing, but also light-hearted and fun, and it's everything and anything that an animated show can and should be, and it can appeal to anyone. And the final episode is coming out today. I'm of course talking about Amphibia. Amphibia is a show that I love dearly. I came on to the show late. I came on after the end of season 2 with the finale, True Colors, as I think many people did. True Colors was an amazing season finale. It's one of the, I watched through all of it before I saw True Colors, but I saw a lot of hype around it. And I thought, oh wow, the season 1 finale, that was hard hitting, and I thought there's no way they can top reunions. And then, the season 3 finale came out, and I was like, okay, so they can. Or sorry, the season 2 finale came out, and I was like, okay, so yeah, it looks like they can. And ever since then, I've been watching each episode as it's come out. Over the course of season 3, I've been watching every single episode with bated breath, hoping and waiting for the next, and now we have the finale. The hardest thing. And there's a reason it's called that, because the hardest thing to do is to let go of something. And with the show, it's very, very prominent, the idea of letting go of something or someone that many people can't do, that many people try to do, and I like that in the show. But it's going to end, and I don't think I'm much prepared for it. It hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't fully hit me. After this, there is nothing else. This is the end of the journey of Anne Boone Choi, of Sprig, Polly, and Hopadiah Planter, the end of Sasha Waybright and Marcy Wu's journeys, King Andreas, General Yunnan, Lady Olivia, Captain Grime. It's ending for all of them, and I don't think that's fully hit me yet. I only think it will once the credits have rolled. I'm going to see the credits come up, I'm going to see the characters say their goodbyes, and I'm going to see the names come up on the show for the last time, and then I'm going to realise it's over. This is the end of Amphibia. This is the end of their stories, because it's not the last piece of Amphibia content we're going to get. We're also getting other content, like a Marcy's journal, an actual book which is going to have a bunch of lists of her tales from her time in Amphibia. Despite all that, it's the end of their journeys, because every piece of content we're going to get now is going to be during their time in Amphibia. It's not going to be from after they've left, and this is their end, and they're going to have to say goodbye to each other, and we're going to have to say goodbye to them. And that is what the hardest thing is. I don't think I'm gonna quite be able to say how I feel about the end of Amphibia for some time after. It will probably take a good while for me to fully be able to say, how I feel about its ending and be like, yeah, I love it, or no, I don't, or no, I don't love it, or it makes me feel happy, or it makes me feel sad, or whatever. I'm sure I am going to love it, though. There's not a doubt in my mind that I'm not going to love it. Although I may hate it for emotionally wrecking me. But until then, I think, because it's only a few hours away from when I'm recording this, actually. But until it is over, I'm not sure what I'm going to feel about it, or how I'm going to feel about it. But I really want you guys to go check it out. Like, Amphibia is one of the best shows I have ever seen. I cannot recommend it to people enough. It's so good, it's so amazing, it's so emotional, and I love every single piece of it, and I will always try and grasp a bit more content. And I'm probably gonna go, and once the show's over, I'm gonna take a while, and then I'm gonna rewatch it, and then I'm gonna do a season by season review. Until then, until the final episode airs, I'm gonna be really waiting and anticipating it, and I hope you guys enjoy it too, because I really hope you guys go and watch it. And I don't think that I am ready to say goodbye. I don't think I will be when it happens, but I know that when it does, I am going to have to accept it, no matter what. And I don't say this usually about, TV shows or movies or whatever, because I always think, oh, it's definitely going to end happily. It's not going to, end badly, Maybe it'll end a bit angstly, but overall it's going to end very happy. But I don't think that Amphibia can. I think that after all of this build-up over all these seasons and all this time, I don't think Amphibia can end happily anymore. I don't think that everything is going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be no big deal. But until then, I'm just going to be anticipating it and not going to be able to quite get it out of my head until then, but I don't think I'm ready, and that excites me.